What's up, YouTube? I'm just going to be making a kind of a sort of a quick video. I'm going to try not to talk too loud just due to the fact that I'm filming this extremely late. But it's going to be a pipe related video, but it's not going to be about tobacco blends or new tobacco laws regarding my state or anything. This is just going to be a little showcase of the pipes that I have in my collection that I use on a normal basis. Well, 5 of these I use on a normal basis. 1 I used to use on a normal basis until I needed to be sent in to someone who knows how to fix the problems that it has, because I would not dare attempt to fix the problems that it has because I'd wind up making it even worse. I can guarantee you. And that one that has the issues would be this one. But anyway, I have them lined up all in order between the ones that I've had the longest to the ones that I've had the shortest amount of time, and I'm pretty much going to try to go through each one, explain how I got it and why I got it in the best possible way. So I really don't know how this is going to turn out. I may delete this video later if I don't like it. I don't know. Again, I'd talk louder if I could, but I kind of got to keep the volume down lower. So anyway, starting off, I have the Golden Dart. That's, literally all I can really call this pipe, because all it says that's stamped in it is Golden Dart Imported Briar. And the lighting really sucks in here, which is unfortunate. But it says Golden Dart Imported Briar, and it actually has, what I like about this pipe in particular is A, this was my first pipe ever. B, I got this pipe way before I was able to smoke a pipe. I got this pipe when I was about 5 or 6 years old. It was given to me by my father because back when he used to smoke a pipe, I used to see him smoking a pipe all the time, and he picked one that he never really used, and he wound up giving it to me, and I did wind up using it for a while. But what ended up happening is this bit became so loose that I just really didn't like to use it, and I'll show you in here the problem that caused it to get loose was this piece, because normally if this wasn't in here, you could run a pipe cleaner all the way into the tobacco chamber, but I could not do that with this because it has this little weird bit in here. So there's someone who restores estate pipes who said just send $5 and I'll be able to fix it for you for free and everything, and make this stem tight like it once was. And so that's what I plan to do here in a couple weeks. But one thing that I like about this pipe that is different from all the rest is it has actually a gold filled, am I holding that right? No, it needs to be held like that. It has a gold filled, you can't really see that, but it's a gold filled band on the piece of briar on the very end. That's just before the stem, which I really liked. And I'm sorry if I've been kind of holding the pipes down here. I'm used to the camera angle being lower, but I made it higher so you could see the pipes in the background better, but that might have been a mistake. Anyway, I'm taking too long per pipe. So the second one I purchased a couple years ago, back when I first became somewhat interested in smoking pipes, period, because that was back when I still mostly smoked cigarettes. And this one I purchased from a fellow YouTube pipe smoker who no longer makes pipe videos, or videos in general that are pipe related. I'm not sure if he makes videos anymore. I really haven't seen or heard any more about any of his content since he decided to give up smoking due to health. And that would be Todd for God, I think, or is it? No, not Todd for God. That was his email that I had to use in order to contact him to purchase this. Sorry, his YouTube name, I believe, was TR Puffinstuff. Yeah, that's right, TR Puffinstuff, and this was one of his favorite smokers. It's a rusticated poker pipe, and I will say, I don't think this was necessarily strictly an aromatic pipe, because I've tried aromatic blends in this, and they don't taste quite as nice as any of these others. But I'm going to try English blends in this, and if they smoke better, then I'm going to keep this just as an English blend, because it's not really a bad or sour taste. It's just I don't get the full flavor of aromatics in this like I do that pipe or that pipe. So I'm most likely gonna just switch this over to English blends, because who knows, that might have been what was smoked out of it. But I paid, I think, I paid $10 for this pipe back in 2017. And the next pipe was a steel that I got just a couple months ago. These last ones I have only had for anywhere between a couple weeks to a couple months, but I've tried them all. And anyway, so this pipe right here has an interesting story. I went into a local thrift store slash antique store slash whatever the hell you want to call it that we have in our neighborhood that's on the way from our old town where we used to live to our new house where we moved, and they had a lot, and I mean a lot, of estate pipes in there. And I wound up noticing this in two pieces. This pipe actually wasn't put together when I came across it. It was actually in two separate pieces, and I wound up finding the pieces that go. I found the stem, and then I found the bowl, and it wasn't in nearly as nice shape as it is now. I kind of polished it with some end dust. A little bit of end dust does wonders for an old pipe. And I paid $3.30 for this pipe, and it smokes aromatics wonderfully. And I'm not strictly an aromatic smoker anymore, but as far as aromatics go, this thing performs wonderfully, on par with these corncob pipes. And for $3, I mean, this thing is, you can't really see it, but it didn't even have a cake. I mean, whoever smoked this pipe didn't smoke it very long. And onto the name brand of this pipe. The name on this pipe is, all it says is Tobaccoland Imported Briar, and that's part of where the story comes in, because Tobaccoland, there were several companies like Savinelli and Peterson who made pipes and stamped them Tobaccoland back in the day, and just put Tobaccoland Imported Briar and shipped them to I don't know if it was necessarily a chain of tobacco stores back in the day, or if it was just one mega. I think it's a chain, because I read something about Chester, New York having a Tobaccoland store, and then somewhere in North Carolina having a tobacconist store. So my guess, looking at the way this is constructed, is it's a cheaper end Savinelli that was made by Savinelli and just stamped Tobaccoland. Again, it's stamped right there, but you can't see it, unfortunately, because my camera is not good in this light at picking it up. But I really do love this pipe. This is one of my favorite smokers, especially, like I said, with aromatics. I've never tried English blends in here because I don't want it to blend, or not blend, ghost. I don't want any ghosting from like Latakia or anything to interfere with the aromatic blends that I smoke. But this by far was a very good purchase that I made, and I'm glad that I did make it. So I got to work on building a little bit more cake in the bowl though, because like I said, that pipe was barely smoked at all. Now these two I got relatively close to the same time. I got that one maybe 3 weeks prior, and then I got that one. This one right here is a Country Gentleman Missouri Meerschaum pipe that I have, and I love this thing. This thing is a wonderful smoker, and when I first opened the package, when I got this in the mail, I was amazed that for $12 I got the quality that I did. I've mainly smoked Wild Hair out of this pipe. Now, if you don't allow a cake to build up in a corncob, you can pretty much smoke whatever blend you want and it won't ghost, which is one thing that I like about corncob pipes, is that they have a tendency to not ghost from one blend to the next, which cannot be said for briar pipes, but briar pipes are still a good pipe. But anyway, so I got this about a month ago, or a month and a half ago, and I smoked this thing so much to the point where it had become sour, and I had to use Aristocob. I'm sure you pipe smokers in the pipe community know who Rooster Cobb is. He made a video on how to get rid of pipe funk, and I had to do that because I had smoked this so much that it, of course, the top became almost entirely black and darkened. The top of this used to look all around, used to be as light colored as that down there, so you can get a feel for how much I've smoked this thing because I just love it. This is one of my favorite. It feels good in the hand. I like how round it is. I like how they burn the cob just a little bit and then finish it off. It's just, this has got to be, right now, my favorite corncob pipe out of all, because they had other models and I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to do the Country Gentleman straight classic looking corncob. And I'm glad I did, because it's a really enjoyable pipe and I really love it. And the next pipe I got, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, which is a Legend, a Missouri Meerschaum Legend. I can't remember what the bowl name, I think it's Fifth Avenue. Yeah, Fifth Avenue. That's the name of it. This is a Fifth Avenue Legend. They make a Fifth Avenue Diplomat, which has the hardwood insert. That has the hardwood insert in the bottom. This one does not, because it was only $5. And even though it doesn't have the hardwood insert, it still lasts and it smokes wonderfully, just like that pipe. However, you have to be careful when you're cleaning it not to get the pipe cleaner, not to let the pipe cleaner hit the bowl on this side, because if you know, as you're doing this, you're going to start digging a hole into this and you could eventually come through the other side and destroy the pipe, which would really suck, because these are wonderful pipes. Not quite on the level as the Country Gentleman, in my opinion, but the smoke tastes, or the blends taste about the same. This pipe I use just for trying new blends. Like, I have a vapor blend that I picked up about a week ago, and I've been smoking. I smoked a couple bowls of that in here. I also tried a blend. I think it was Samuel Gawith's Commonwealth that I tried in here, and it had a lot of Latakia in it, and none of the Latakia came through the second time after, or not the second time smoking that blend, once I switched to the vapor, because I had the Commonwealth first, then I had the vapor blend, and I couldn't taste any Latakia. So this is pretty much my, what would I say, testing pipe, because it's cheap. If it breaks, I can just buy another one, but it still looks nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice pipe, but this is what I generally use to test any sort of new blend, and to see whether I like it or not, because I don't want to have a blend that I don't like ghosting in any of the Briar pipes. And this last one I purchased. This was an Instagram purchase. This was a restored estate pipe. I paid $20 for this pipe. It's an Italian, made in Italy, Italian machine pipe, Briar pipe. This is what it was labeled as on the person's Instagram page, and the Instagram seller goes by Briars and Such. All one word. Briars as in Briar pipe, Briars and Such. And if you're looking for good deals on decently restored Briar pipes, I mean, I'd go give him a look, his site on Etsy, because that's where I wound up purchasing this, but he also posts his pictures on Instagram, and I saw this in like a lot of pipes that he was going to restore, and I was like, ooh, that one I like. And he, at the time when I picked it out, he hadn't even gotten to it, and he was like, oh, well, I'll just save it for you since you picked that pipe specifically. And so that was extremely nice of him to have done that. And this thing, I only smoke Latakia Englishes in, because when I received it, it already had a faint smell of Latakia. Most likely the person who owned this pipe prior to me smoked English blends in it, so this is an English blend dedicated pipe. And that actually about does it. Now, this isn't my entire pipe collection. I have several other pipes, but they're not in smoking condition. They're more like, I have a Meerschaum pipe from like the 50s and or 60s. That was my grandfather's. I don't smoke that pipe because, one, to replace it, it would cost about $165, and B, because it's really, really old, it has slight issues. to the pipe, so I don't, there's other pipes that I have, but I just don't smoke them. The next pipe that I plan to purchase, because I finally have enough spare cash lying around to purchase it, is a Rat Ray pipe, German-made Rat Ray pipe. I think it's called the Marlin 6, I believe. Yeah, Marlin 6. It's a bent bulldog style pipe, and that's the next one that I want to get because it's a really nice pipe. But anyway, that is my pipe collection. Let me know in the comments if you have any more questions or any more specific details about any of these pipes or anything, because I couldn't get to all of them. I tried to make this as short as possible, and I'll see you in the next video.